All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome to this Gemini Solar Eclipse reading. Um, really excited to be here with you guys. Um, I did go ahead and sage everything before coming on camera, so I am just going to shuffle the first round of zodiacs, and then I'll do the smudging and shuffling off camera during the break in between zodiacs. So so today I'm going to be doing, like I said, the Gemini Solar Eclipse reading for all the zodiacs. First, we're going to start off with air signs, and then I think we're going to go air, fire, water, and then earth. Or I might switch it up. I'll just have to see what I'm called to do. But like I said, thank you for checking this stream out. I know most of you are probably at work, so but I do hope your day is going well. And yeah, so just shuffling for my air signs. That's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius for this Gemini Solar Eclipse. Gemini Solar Eclipse. See what messages the universe has, and wants my air signs to know. Okay. Keep in mind this is a general reading, and be sure to check your rising, sun, and moon. Yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't is the motto. So shuffle these one time, two more times. But yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well. This Gemini solar eclipse, I feel like collectively it's pushing us forward in terms of like our communication, how we receive information. As you guys know, there's so many platforms I feel like that are coming out, and that will continue to come out. And ultimately, I feel like these platforms are giving the collective a chance to kind of be intentional with how they communicate. You know, social media is so powerful. And so when we use it as a collective, it creates this momentum and this huge force that, you know, does a lot of good, but it also does a lot of harm. And I feel like, you know, the collective, like, because we're fed so much information, it's up to kind of us to really, and not kind of, it's really up to us to, you know, tell these large companies, you know, what's going to work and what's not going to work. Because, you know, beforehand or before now, these companies literally hold people's lives in their hands, right? And so it's like that thought of, oh, if Instagram is gone tomorrow, what happens to the person? And that's really, I mean, if you think about it, that's really deep. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to put myself, you know, I wouldn't put my life in the hands of an app. You know, these companies don't care about me. They never have and never will. So that's just my personal philosophy. But yeah, you know. But yeah, this Gemini solar eclipse, like I said, is definitely powerful. And like I said, collectively, this is just going to highlight our communication and also sharing how we share information. So, let's see. Okay, for my air signs, that is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What is this Gemini solar eclipse message for my air signs? What is the message? Okay, that's shuffled. Now we'll shuffle the Healing Energy Oracle cards You guys know I kind of struggle with these. They're so long. Like, I really would have preferred they'd been, like, you know, shorter. But they're so long. And it's like sometimes I got, like, the shuffle is, like, banging, but, like, then there's other times like this where I can't even. Lord. Child. We really just finna, like, because I had it last time. I don't know. Okay. It's coming back for my air signs. Man. Clearly these cards are so long. Look how long these cards are. These cards are long. Like, my hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. The clearly bigger than my hand. That's what I was trying to demonstrate, okay? Clearly bigger than my hand. Okay. For real, y'all. And it's like, I don't want to have to get another deck, because, like, I just feel like that's kind of like, ooh, I don't want to have to, like, do the deck like that. Like, I feel like if I got a new deck because these cards were so long, that would be kind of like portraying, you know, like, that's like, that's like giving somebody a side eye, but I'm like giving the deck a side eye. I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna work. And they're healing energy. Like, why would I want to abandon that? Yeah, I really don't know. Like I said, I have the method, but sometimes it just don't be hitting when it comes to shuffling these. But either way, we gonna get them shuffled. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Do this one more time. What is the message for my air signs? Okay. Do it 3 more times. There we go. For my air signs, what is the message during this Gemini solar eclipse? What is the message with my air signs for this Gemini solar eclipse? What is the message for my air signs for this Gemini solar eclipse? Okay, that's shuffled. Now the last deck, and we'll get right into it. So, what is the energy for my air signs? Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. What is the energy for my air signs? Gemini solar eclipse. Alright, Gemini solar eclipse. What is the energy for my air signs for this Gemini solar eclipse? What is the energy for my air signs for this Gemini solar eclipse? What is the energy for my air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What message do they need to hear? What message do Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra need to hear for this Gemini solar eclipse? Okay, now I'm going to shuffle 3 more times. I feel like this message is going to be good for my air signs. Okay. just going to cut 3 times and get this message going for my air signs. Okay. This message ready for my air signs. Okay. Shuffled and done. All right, you guys. So if you have not been with me to do a reading before, the way I like to do it is a 3-card spread. Okay. And the first card we're going to pull from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this pull kind of like sets the energy for the reading, the overall energy for the reading. And you'll see throughout the reading how, I'll basically tie that back in, or like tie this card back into the reading, the overall reading. And then we have the Modern Tarot deck, which I'm going to use for the spread of past, present, and future. And then once we pull that, we will then pull from the Energy Oracle to pair up those positions of past, present, and future. So, and then that pretty much wraps up the reading. We'll, get all the messages from the reading, and then we will move on to the next element of zodiacs. So, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started, okay? Because time, time is, we know. Okay. So for this solar eclipse in Gemini, for my air signs, we pull the card Protection. Okay. Waning Crescent. And like I said, the first card for my air signs for this Gemini solar eclipse is Protection. Okay. So now we will go ahead and pull from the Modern Tarot deck, past, present, and future. So let's go ahead. All right. Past, present, future. Okay. All right. All right. So for my air signs, we pulled the 6 of Swords in the past. Okay, we pulled the 5 of Pentacles in the present, and we pulled the Hanged Man in the future. Okay, and I'm just looking at this. This is really like interesting because with the 6 of Swords, like the 6 of Swords is like a card that represents kind of like you leaving a battle, because with sword, sword energy is the mind and the mental, anything that comes to the mental realm, our thoughts, all that. So with the 6 of Swords, it's almost like you're returning from a battle, or you're fleeing somewhere, right? Because they're like on a boat and the swords are all in front of her. She has her head down. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can. She has her head down, and so she's like fleeing. So I feel like in the past, my air signs were probably fleeing from a scenario that just wasn't working for them. And in the present moment, you have the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is a card that represents a bit of a struggle. It's I would call it kind of like the struggle card financially. Pentacles is, money and wealth and like material assets. And so they're walking in the cold. They're clearly struggling, and that's in the present moment. And then in the future moment, you have the Hangman, and the Hangman is a card that represents you kind of not knowing what to do, or you might also be in a position where you're just going to let go as well. That could also be the energy with the Hangman. So I'm just looking at the cards. So just let me see what messages. Let's see, 6 of Swords. Protection. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because in the beginning we pull out the protection card, right? And then you have the Six of Swords in the past. So I feel like you're leaving. You might have, there was some type of, it could have probably been like a conflict or something like that. But you're, in the past, you're with the Six of Swords, you're leaving that, and you're charting somewhere else. And I feel like you know this is you on a boat in a sense of like this is all a part of your protection, if that makes sense. Like this is all like because you needed to protect yourself, you needed protection. You fought the battle or whatever, and then you're now leaving and you're fleeing. Okay, and because you are leaving, and with the Six of Swords, you're now at the Five of Pentacles, where maybe whatever you fought, was tied to money somehow. I feel like maybe it was a job. It could have been a job. It could have been, yeah. I feel like it could have been a job or something that was bringing you money, or something that, was connected to items that you might own. And with the Five of Pentacles, because you're leaving, right, ultimately to protect yourself, right, I just feel like the Five of Pentacles is basically the aftermath. Like it's the journey of fleeing a situation. Like I'll take for example, maybe, let's say, what's a good, I'm just like, I don't want to like step on any toes, but basically, let's say you have a partner who, is mentally, emotionally, spiritually abusing you, right? But they are your source of, source of income. Like they help, like they pay for everything, or whatever. And let's say, you're tired of being abused, and so you leave, right? You leave the situation, and now you are in a situation where you're struggling financially, right? Because that person has always been, responsible for you financially. And so that's what I'm trying to communicate, is that, with the Five of Pentacles in the present moment, I feel like it's just a part of your journey of leaving to protect yourself. Um, so like I said, I really do kind of feel like it could be tied to a job, or like I said, any business partnership, maybe also inheritance. Okay, maybe somebody's threatening you, not to give you what you're worth, or give you your inheritance, or whatever money or assets are due to you, and you're at a point where you just can't take it anymore, so you just have to dip, basically, for your protection of, I feel like it's the protection of your spiritual, emotional, and mental health. I feel like with my air signs, you guys have had to prioritize that. And so right now you're doing whatever you can to protect it, even if that means like leaving it, and struggling as well, even if that means you have to struggle a little bit. And then in the future, with the Hang One, I'm just like, I think you guys are definitely in a position where, like I said, the Hang One is about letting it go, letting something go, or not knowing what to do, indecision, and just kind of like waiting and see what happens. And that makes sense because, like I said, my air signs in this reading, you're on a journey of protecting what's, I feel like, sacred to you, but also like protecting what matters to you, which is, I feel like, your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. So I'm gonna just look at one. I'm gonna look at one card just to make sure. Yeah, Six of Swords, escaping a bad situation, getting help in adversity, achieving calmness, protection, taking a journey, crossing into a new world. Yeah. So, So yeah, like I said, this Six of Swords is you. Um, oh, okay. The Six of Swords is you leaving, and like the book said, protection. Okay, Six of Swords is uh, you leaving and leaving a bad situation. You know, and then the Five of Pentacles, of course, like I said. Um, because you're leaving that situation, you're now struggling. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be, it is financially linked, but it could be materials as well. Maybe, you know, child, maybe you left everything at that man house and now you don't got no clothes, okay? Like that could be the Five of Pentacles. It's not just like your bank account, but it could also be, assets that you own, okay? Maybe you left, you know, maybe you left the person a house, or, you can keep the house. I'm gonna be good. Like that's the type of, it could, energy with the Five of Pentacles. It could be anything from your bank account to how many clothes you got, okay? How many underwear you got, okay? So that's the energy with the Five of Pentacles. And then you have the Hanged One, like I said, you're kind of in a situation where you're letting it go, okay? You're in the future, you're going to let it go all the way, or you're kind of just gonna sit and see, what happens. But like I said, with the first card being protection, and then in the past we have the Six of Swords. You're on this journey to eliminate yourself, eliminate whatever situation or or person that you felt you had to run away from and protect yourself for your sanity as well. So, I do I can feel that for my air signs, especially like during this time collectively that we've been going through. Things are shifting. We're traveling through the photon belt, and there's been mass awakenings happening. The energy on Earth is being upgraded, and a lot of people are being shifting their perspectives. And so what's happening is, a lot of people are trying to recalibrate themselves to, recalibrate themselves in between an old paradigm and a new paradigm. And when you are recalibrating between the two, there's going to cause a lot of friction, a lot of confusion. A lot of people are used to a person maybe being a certain way, and so when they've seen this whole switch up, it can be troubling for them. So, I feel like my air signs are trying to navigate through that, and so, maybe my air signs are on this new frequency, and maybe there was something in your life. I feel like there was something in your life that you were attached to that you could no longer be attached to, and so you had to go. It was time for you to go, and you did it because you felt like you was protecting yourself, and so you did. You got help while you was going through it. Okay, somebody helped you. The Six of Swords is like, it's basically like somebody coming at night and being like, okay, you got your shit packed? Okay, let's go. And they helping you get out of town, okay? And then of course, like I said, you're gonna struggle a little bit, okay? Maybe you didn't pack up all your clothes, but you ready to let it go though. You like, I don't care, okay? I just have to let it go, be done with it. So yeah, I think like that's the message so far. I'm gonna pull from the Healing Energy Oracle to pair them with, and then we'll get some more insight to what's going on. So here we go. Okay, so for the Six of Swords, we paired it with I Am Light, and I'll read that soon. For the Five of Pentacles, we're pairing it with Me. Okay. And then for the Hanged One, we're pairing it with Goodness. Okay. So let's go ahead and read, shall we? It says, for I Am Light, it says, I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. I love that because with the Six of Swords, it can kind of feel like, because you're leaving a situation and you're escaping and you're running and you're doing this for your protection, like it says, you always have hope. So even though the Six of Swords can feel like, you're going through adversity, you're going through a challenging time trying to escape or break free from whatever it is that you felt you needed protection from. And so while you might feel sad and that process might not always feel good, with the I Am Light card, it gives you hope. It says you always have hope. No matter the ordeal, you have faith in a better future, right? And like I said, the Six of Swords is that card that represents you escaping, hoping to find a better future, a different reality. And so, it's a part of that feeling of you needed to protect, whatever it is that you felt was in jeopardy. And so again, you left that situation with the Six of Swords. And you still know that there's hope, okay? Now, with the Five of Pentacles, we pulled the Me card, and it says, I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. So I like this pairing because I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, because Five of Pentacles is like the struggle card, materially struggling, I feel like it's a chance for you to really kind of like prioritize what really matters to you. Because I feel like, again, in the past, there was something that you might have been connected to that gave you this financial or material wealth, or like, how can I say it? Not advancement, but like basically you were putting up with whatever it was because you were getting some type of monetary or asset gain out of it, right? And that could be as easy as, I'm allowing this person to treat me this way because they're going to take me shopping. Like it could be that easy. And, the range is big. But I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, you're able to see that you don't have all that, and you're actually being like, you know what, I matter to me, basically. Like the material, you're kind of realizing that the material stuff or the financial security that you might have had before just isn't working for you anymore. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling with that. And then for the Hanged one, we pulled goodness, and I'll read what it says. It says, I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. So, yeah, I feel like, it says, thus I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely letting it go. You're definitely letting it go in the future. And like I said, air signs, again, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. This is a journey for your protection, okay? So, like I said, you're on the path, okay? You're really on the path. It's really kind of like black and white, what's going on for this Gemini solar eclipse with my air signs. Also, another message is I feel like this could also be maybe related to work as well. I do feel like, because again, collectively, we're noticing this shift of energy where people realize how toxic the work environment was, right? So like when the pandemic hit, everybody had to start working from home. And I feel like those people who were working from home was like really enjoying working from home. And they're like, wow, like, you guys start to feel better. All these shifts started happening. And so when the talk and the conversation came up about going back to work in an office, you probably were like, no, I can't go back into that toxic environment. No, I'd rather not. I have to protect, because as you was in the house during this pandemic working, you noticed your mental health was better. Your emotional health was better. And so that, I feel like that also can be like, um, I feel like that was also kind of like a message in this reading is that, a lot of people are not willing to put their mental, emotional, and physical health at risk for jobs anymore. And, because jobs are like, no, come back to the office, you're quitting. You're like, okay, bye. Okay, see ya. And yeah, maybe you don't know what's next. Okay, so you're going to go through a little struggle real quick. But, you're going to be able to let it go and continue on your next journey. Um, so that is, like I said, the another message that I picked up. Um, and I was gonna read. I always read what the card says for the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So let me go grab that really really quick. Okay, so we're back. Um, so let's see, protection. Okay, it says your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. So it says, as the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, in this case the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. Here is our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender, and let go. To do that with confidence, we may feel that we need some support from the universe or whatever we believe our higher power to be. That support can take the form of feeling protected from wherever might happen and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. So, yeah, like I said, period. This whole reading is about my air signs protecting themselves and escaping from a situation that just was not serving you guys anymore. And so you were on that journey. Um, so yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's the message for my air signs. It's really that easy. um, so yeah, like I said again, I'll just recap. Um, in the beginning, for my air signs, we pulled the protection card, okay, and then for the past position, we pulled the Six of Swords. In the present position, we pulled the Five of Pentacles, and in the future, we pulled the Hang One, okay. Um, and then to pair those positions, with the Six of Swords, we pulled I Am Light. With the Five of Pentacles, we pulled Me. And for the Goodness card, for the Hang One, we pulled Goodness. Okay. And basically, the overall message is that my air signs in their past was dealing with something or someone that probably gave them financial security. It could be tied to a job, it could be tied to maybe a partner. And this thing or person, like I said, was giving you financial stability, or it was your source when it came to finances. And what the message is that, like, you realized that that person or this thing is not best for you. You realize it's not best for you. You realize you don't want it. Maybe it's putting your mental and spiritual and emotional health at jeopardy. And so you have to protect yourself. And so I feel like you've left that situation, and now you're in the Five of Pentacles energy, where you're struggling a little bit, because, like I said, you don't have that source anymore. But in the future, you'll be in a position where you could just let it all go. Even if you don't know what's next, you can still let it all go. Um, so yeah, I'll just repeat again just so that we're clear. Um, for my air signs, we first pulled the card protection, okay? And you're on a journey to protect yourself for my air signs. With the Six of Swords in a past position, this is you leaving a situation or someone who was no good for you no more. Maybe they were causing turmoil, maybe they were toxic, maybe the situation or the person was toxic for your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and even your physical health. And so you are now at your breaking point and you had to go, okay? With the Six of Swords, you're escaping, you're looking forward to another future, and, you know, you're trying to protect yourself, okay, with the Six of Swords. Now, with the Five of Pentacles in a present position, the Five of Pentacles is kind of like a struggle. Maybe because you left that situation, you're going to struggle when it comes to your materials or your finances. Maybe, like I said, if it's a person, maybe because you left, maybe you didn't pack up all your stuff. So you got less clothes. When people are trying to escape, usually a situation, you tend to leave a few things behind. And, you'd be like, dang, I wish I would have got that. Dang, I left my Jordans over there. When you really want to be done with something, you don't care what it is. You will leave it, okay? So that person doesn't have a reason to come back into your life and be like, oh, hey, no, keep it, okay? So with the Five of Pentacles, like I said, you might struggle a little bit right now, my air signs, but y'all gonna be all right. Because in the future, you're gonna be ready to let it all go, even if you don't know the outcome or the future, what's to come. With the Hanged One, you're just going to let it all go. Because right at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself and do what's best for you. So, like I said, you're on this journey of just protecting yourself and prioritizing, your mental, like I said, your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. Because you're noticing the shifts within you, and these shifts can't allow certain realities to continue, and so you're now escaping from previous realities that were engaged in, and that's okay. It's at any moment. That's the beauty of us humans. At any moment, when we make up our mind and our soul, when we make that up, we can run with it at any moment. If you don't want to continue to tolerate something, and you want to go move on, you can do that. It's up to you. You have the power to. Of course, like I said, with the Five of Pentacles, it's not going to always feel good. Even with the Six of Swords, there can be some feelings of there can be some feelings of doubt or feelings of you're sad because, or like maybe even scared because you don't know what's next. But like with the I Am Light card, like I said, you have the hope. Okay, you are the light, so you'll be good. This journey is ultimately getting you to a place where you feel protected and secure in whatever reality you want to participate in now. So yeah, that's all I have for my air signs. I'm going to do my earth signs next. So I'm going to smudge the cards and shuffle off camera, and then I will be back on to do my earth signs. That is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So I will be right back, guys. All right, and we are back. So, I did go ahead and shuffle and smudge the cards. So, I'm just going to get right into it. This is going to be for my earth signs for this Gemini solar eclipse that we have. We are pulling beginnings. Yes, for my earth signs. Again, that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This Gemini solar eclipse is about beginnings for you. So we will tie that in as the reading goes on. So let's go ahead and pull past, present, and future. Past this. Okay. Okay. Wow. So for my earth signs, in the past we pulled the Ace of Cups, okay? In the present we pulled the King of Cups, all right? And the future we pulled the Two of Swords. So that, let me just look. Ace of Cups, yeah, I see that. King of Cups, I like it. So, and it's crazy because the beginnings card is the new moon. So perfect time for this new beginnings for my earth signs. In the past, you have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace is literally like the beginning. You know, there's something coming into your life that wasn't there before, you know. With it being Cups energy, I feel like this can be a creative venture because Cups is linked to creativity. It can also be maybe a new relationship or maybe a new outlook when it comes to your emotions. That could also be the energy with the Ace of Cups. So that was in your past. You know, there was something that came into your past, like I said, that felt like a new beginning, and that could be a new creative project, or I feel like it could also be a new relationship, or maybe a different dynamic in your already relationship. And then we have the King of Cups in the present moment. So the King of Cups, I love. The King of Cups is a representation of, you know, being emotionally whole, being emotionally stable. You know, King energy is a masculine energy, but with the King of Cups, you know, Cups is the more feminine energy. And so, you know, the King of Cups, I feel like, is you being more emotionally full. You know, you're able to, like, people rely on you, you know. Let me make sure with the King of Cups, just to get you guys the perspective. King of Cups, yeah. Diplomatic, spiritual, a counselor, protective, affectionate. Yeah, so I feel like with the King of Cups energy, you know, um, I feel like my earth signs are being more in touch with their emotions. I feel like also my earth signs are starting to seek ways to be more connected to spirituality, and just be a person of empathy, and, you know, really working on that personality trait of, you know, being understanding and, you know, not always responding to things the way you might have before, and just being sympathetic to, you know, others around you. In the future, we have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is a card that basically symbolizes you having to make a choice, but right now, you know, you're blindfolded. So you kind of have to go within to really choose. You know, the Two of Swords is a card that represents you making a decision based on your intuition and your heart center, not your mind, okay? Not what you can see with your senses, but, you know, do and act from what's best for you and like what feels best for you. So yeah, like so far, something, there's definitely with the Ace of Cups in the past, my earth signs, you guys, um, there was something, I feel like a new dynamic for you, or I feel like a new perspective when it comes to your emotions or relationships or your emotional health. I feel like something new came in for you and kind of shifted you to where now you can be in the King of Cups energy in this present moment where you're more solid. You know, you can give that empathy and sympathy to people and also, you know, be an authority as well. You know, you can stand up strong and you're more in touch with your feelings, and you know that doesn't take away from, you know, your power, because actually you're more tapped in with how you feel. And then because you're in this beginnings, you know, this is a new beginning for you. And so I feel like in the future with the Two of Swords, you know, you're left with having to decide which way to go or how to make decisions. And you should do, like with the Two of Swords, you should make decisions from within, not from external things or external situations. Um, so yeah, go deep inside. Like in the future, you know, make decisions based off of how you feel and use your guiding system, you know, your intuition, um, when that comes up. So I love the message so far. Now we're going to pull the Healing Energy Oracle to pair up the positions. See some insight about that. So affirmation, okay. Divine fruits, okay. And faithfulness, all right. So for the Ace of Cups, in the past position we pulled affirmation, and it reads, I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and am respected by others. Love that. For the King of Cups, we pulled the Divine Fruit, and I'll read what it says. It says, as I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light, my heart is warm, and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. So I love that. Love that. Real king energy. And then for the Two of Swords in the future, we pulled faithfulness. And I'll read what that says. It says, I commit to my mind, heart, and will. I am devoted to the needs of my soul. I trust in myself and God and the universe. So I love that pairing with the Two of Swords. You know, with the affirmation pairing with the Ace of Cups, I feel like it's a good pairing because it says, you know, I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and am respected by others. So I feel like, again, you know, this new beginning journey that my earth signs are on, you know, you guys are starting to tap into those emotions more. You're realizing that you can still be super strong like you are while also showing that vulnerability and also showing and expressing your emotions more, because oftentimes I feel like my earth signs try and hide that. You know, it's subjective as far as like if they do a good job, but I do know that, you know, my earth signs, y'all do get emotional and y'all have feelings as well. And like I said, the more you tap into that and you're not afraid to show that, you know, you could show up in this King of Cups energy. Okay, and with the King of Cups energy, it says, as I work to improve myself and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. You know, like that King of Cups, King energy is that solid authority figure and energy as well. So, like, you know, the fruit I bear reflects my inner light. You know, the fruit that you bear while, you know, showing this new shift in your perspective when it comes to emotions and stuff, I feel like you're going to bear that fruit. You know, whether that's more people are going to come to you or more people feel open with you, um, but you're going to see over time the benefits of, you know, opening up and being more tapped in with your emotions. You will see the benefits of that because right now you're in the beginning stages, right? It's a new moon. So, you know, over time, like I said, you will see that, see the result of that, the fruit of that. Now, with the Two of Swords, I love that we pulled faithfulness, you know, because again, the Two of Swords is a card that symbolizes that you have to go within and you can't use external situations or things to make your decision. You really just have, you're blindfolded. The card is a woman blindfolded. So, you know, you really just have to make the decision that's best aligned with you and how you feel and, you know, your desires. So, that is the message for my earth signs. Again, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I'll recap just again. So in the beginning, for my earth signs, we pulled beginnings. Okay, that was the first card we pulled to determine the overall energy of the reading, and it is linked to the new moon. Okay, now in the past position, we pulled the Ace of Cups. In the present position, we pulled the King of Cups, and in the future, we pulled the Two of Swords. So, and then we pulled affirmation for the Ace of Cups. We pulled the divine fruit for the King of Cups, and then we pulled faithfulness for the Two of Swords. So with these pullings, the message is that, you know, my earth signs in the past, you know, there was some, I feel like there was some perspective or a perspective shift or, you know, this new way of dealing with your emotions. I feel like that's what happened in your past. You know, whether it's you being more tapped in with your emotions, being able to express that emotional energy. You know, because my earth signs, you guys can be hard, okay, and it can be challenging to open up or be vulnerable or to show that you're human as well. You know, a lot of people rely on you, and it's like, wait, I can only handle so much emotionally. Like, I know I usually have it all together, but you know, give me a chance to actually not have it together. You know, like that's the kind of energy that I'm getting with the Ace of Cups. You guys are, there's this with it being an ace, there's this new way of dealing with your emotions that's coming in, and it can also be changing the dynamic also in your relationships. Cup energy is also relationship energy, so you know, maybe there's a new way of handling, you know, your relationships that also allow you to stand in this King of Cups energy, right? Because, you know, because it's the Ace of Cups and it's something new, you know, it's gonna shift the dynamic of your relationship. You know, when you get an epiphany and then you carry that into a relationship, ultimately the relationship will get better or it'll dissolve, right? Because now you're at a different perspective and at a different paradigm that, you know, it does or it won't resonate with whatever you're currently dealing with. You know, like either it, because right, you're gonna carry that paradigm and that perspective into your daily life, into your relationship. So I feel like with the Ace of Cups, you know, that is shifting the dynamics within your relationships or with how you deal with other people's emotions or your emotions. And then, like I said, with the King of Cups, you know, you're able to stand solid And you can be that rock, but also know that you can also um, be more vulnerable. You can open up more, show and express your emotions, and also be that person that gives people more empathy and sympathy. That's all with the King of Cups energy. And in the future, you have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, like I said, is a card where you have to make a decision, but you can't see. You can't use your external senses. And so you have to just go within and make the decision that's best for you. Make the decision that feels best for you. Because, like I said, with all this Cups energy, we're tapping into emotions and creativity, and so make the decision that feels best for you. you know uh, you know it could be also like your gut. They say go with your gut feeling, what feels good. That's what you should go with, and that's the place you should make decisions from. Obviously, we make decisions from a lot of different places. We make decisions based off of our bank account. We make decisions based off of other people's perspectives. We make decisions based on a variety of things. And so, with the Two of Swords, in the future, the advice is that you make the decision that is more aligned and authentic with you internally, and decide from there. So, I'm going to read what it says for beginnings, the first card. Let's see. So it says, beginnings. You are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take the first step towards something new. It is time to place emphasis on your health and well being. There is something incredibly poetic and even romantic about the tiny silver of silver that is the new moon. After the waning cycle and depth of the dark moon, here is appearing in the sky incredibly a crescent on the finest light, almost a scratch upon the blackboard of the universe. Here is the evidence that even after the dark night, light returns again. The crescent of the new moon is an ancient symbol that stretches back to ancient prehistory. There are cave drawings featuring crescent moons, sculptures and goddesses with crescent moon diadems and the goddesses Aphrodite. Okay, so yeah, this is all about new beginnings. Okay, this is a new beginning for my Earth signs. I'm really happy for you guys because you guys deserve it. You guys been putting up with a lot, and now you're on a new beginning. I feel like where you're on a mission to be more emotionally tapped in and prioritize, your emotional health and your spiritual health. You're prioritizing that with this Gemini solar eclipse. And so this is a new beginning for you guys. This is a journey. And, when it comes to decisions on this journey, make them from internal places. Make the decision based on what feels good to you, okay? And that is the message that I have for my earth signs. So yeah, I am going to I'll do fire signs next. I'm gonna do fire signs next and then water. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle and smudge off camera, and then I'll get back on and we can get right into reading for my fire signs, that is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Be right back. All right, you guys. So we are back to do the reading for my fire signs for this Gemini solar eclipse. So fire signs, that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I already shuffled and smudged the cards, so I'm just gonna pull with our first card to get the overall energy of the reading. So for my fire signs, we pulled peace. Love it. Okay, it's a waning crescent. I will read, more into that card soon, but the energy guiding this reading is peace. Okay. So now we're going to pull the positions past, present, and future. So here I go. Past is okay. All right. All right. Okay, fire signs. Again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So in the past position, we pulled the Three of Pentacles. In the present position, we pulled the Ace of Pentacles. And for the future, we pulled the King of Swords. Okay. So looking at this so far, it looks like in the past, my fire signs with this pentacle energy is definitely a business or a project. The Three of Pentacles is about sharing your gifts with the world. And so that was in the past for my my fire signs. So, you guys, like I said, the reading is like really clear as day. Like Three of Pentacles in the past, that's you sharing your gifts. Okay, in the present we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is, Ace being a beginning. There's something coming in. With it being Pentacles, this can be a financial opportunity, business opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles is all about something new, dealing with finances or wealth or assets is coming in, or a chance for you to gain more wealth is coming in the present. So that's really dope for my fire signs. And then in the future, we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords energy is, a person who is intellectual. They're not indecisive. They're very decisive. They can kind of cut through the mental bulls, the mental BS, I'll say. Like as a person that's very mentally capable of sitting in an authority position. Oftentimes they have an authority position. So for my fire signs, I feel like in the future you're gonna be in this position where you're the authority, okay? And not like a dictator type of energy, but like, you're solid. Like people can rely on you. They know that you're dependable. They know that you're wise and you're full of knowledge. And, the King of Swords is that person who, also can guide people. So, like I said, with the first card being peace, and then we have the Three of Pentacles in the past, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the present. I feel like this is your journey to peace, when it comes to work, because oftentimes, when it comes to work, you don't want to feel burned out, like you don't want to feel like a drag to do whatever work you're doing. And so I feel like with the peace card, I feel like you're going to be doing something that you actually enjoy doing. That's the energy I'm getting with this reading. And because this journey is bringing you to a place of peace, you're going to be able to stand in that King of Swords energy more easily. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Healing Energy Oracle. I'm like, wow, the messages have been super clear today. Okay, they've been super clear. Like I have not had to really do so much explaining because they're just super clear. But let's go ahead and pair the cards. So With the Three of Pentacles, we pulled Learning to Love Myself. With the Ace of Pentacles, we pulled The Path to Light. And for the King of Swords, we pulled Action. Okay. So, in the passage for the Three of Pentacles, we pulled Learning to Love Myself, and it says, I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light, and I allow myself to shine. So I love that. I feel like, you know, it says my wealth lies in my nature and potential. I'll read it again. It says my wealth lies in my nature and potential. So you know, again, with the Three of Pentacles, you have a gift, okay, and you're ready to share with other people. And you know, that gift is something that can't be taken away from you. And you know, you have the potential. You know, it's working out for you, okay? Now with the Ace of Pentacles, we pulled The Path to Light, and it reads, I make the conscious choice to move forward. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses and strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. I'll read that last part over. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. So like I just said, right, you got gifts, okay, that you're sharing with the world. And here it is in the present moment, you're being offered an opportunity to share your gifts with the world more. You know, I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being. You know, whatever gift that you have, you know, there's other people out here that need that. You know, they need that light, they need that positivity, that energy that you give, whatever your gift is, okay, it's going to lead people to the light more. And so it's important that, you know, you definitely take care of this Ace of Pentacles, you know, by being open to whatever the universe is trying to give you right now. And then for the King of Swords, we pulled Action. So I'll read what that says. It says, my divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. And I love that because, right, with the King of Swords, it says, I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. You know, that's all King of Swords energy. You know, like I said, being decisive and being intellectually, you know, capable, and also having the consciousness and awareness to act from that, you know, act from your higher self, you know. And then it says, my desires to manifest light transform test into growth, challenge into an opportunity, and fear into love. You know, you're able to do that with this King of Swords energy because, like I said, the King of Swords, you know, you have that ability. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have that force behind you because you're so aware, you're knowledgeable, you know, kind of like how the universe works. And so, you know, you're able to sit on your throne and, you know, make decisions from a place of abundance, okay, not with a lack mindset, you know, with a growth mindset. And this is ultimately bringing you peace, like I said before. So I'm just going to read over what it says for peace. Let's see. It says peace. Peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for peace. So yeah, it says we are an anxious bunch, us modern folk. We are constantly stimulated or not stimulated enough. We find it hard to sleep. And for some, we self-medicate with food, devices, drama, and work. We seek love we seek peace, but we don't know how to go about it particularly well. Peace can begin with a series of decisions we make. For example, we can decide we can't control everything. So again, this journey of sharing your gift with the world, okay, accepting your opportunities, um, being, holding your consciousness and using your awareness to become a better person, to keep growing. This is all going to bring you a peace of mind. And a peace of mind is the greatest gift. Like, me personally, nothing is worth my peace of mind. It's really not. Because, again, when we talk about frequency and vibration, I don't want to lower my frequency or vibration for drama, for something that doesn't serve me. And if it's, tied to money, I will let it go. Like, money is not, it doesn't drive my life. I don't make decisions when it comes to business out of money. Like, I just don't. Because I know, like, I could go right now and work for a company and climb the ladder and make so much money, but I know I won't be happy because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, with my gifts. So again, that peace of mind that, my fire signs are going to have as you continue to develop your gift and accept opportunities where you can allow your gift to shine. Like, that's what's going to bring you that peace of mind. And then in the future, you're going to be in the King of Swords energy where, you're able to be that solid foundation figure for, other folks to come to you and get your advice, as well as, I would just say like a solid, sound mental person. And I'm like, okay, that didn't come out right. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you're going to be, how people, because, look, there's a lot of people out there that struggle mentally, okay? Whether it's forgetfulness, memory loss, people be in whole delusions. I don't know where people's minds be at, but it don't always be in the present moment or, the reality. So it's like, but you're going to be on the opposite end of that with the King of Swords energy. Like, you're going to be in the present moment. You're going to, operate from your heart, okay, and not allow all the mind games is what I'm getting with the King of Swords. So let me just look at here what it says to reiterate that. Yeah. Make decisions based on reasoning and logic, truthful, decisive, making decisions based on principles. Yeah. So yeah, it's you're gonna be this. I feel like this solid person in the future who stands on your principles, makes decisions from reason and logic. You're gonna be honest. Okay, that's all traits of the King of Swords. So, so yeah, that's really like the message. I'll go ahead and reiterate, and go over it again just so we're clear. So for my fire signs for this Gemini solar eclipse, the first card we pulled was peace. Okay, and that started off the reading. In the past, we pulled the Three of Pentacles. In the present, we pulled the Ace of Pentacles. And in the future, we pulled the King of Swords. So with the Three of Pentacles, this is about my fire signs sharing their gifts with others, the world, and really just displaying that talent and that gift that you have, okay? And in the present moment, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles, because it's an ace, it's about new beginnings. It's about, something coming into your life that wasn't there before. And so this most likely looks like an opportunity, for you to use your gifts. This looks like also an opportunity that will bring you closer to peace, okay? Because it's doing something that you love, it's your gift. And by following this journey, you get to the King of Swords, and you're going to be in this position where you're able to be honest. You're able to make clear decisions based on reason and logic. And you're going to have this awareness to the point where people are going to start to notice that, wow, he really be knowing what he doing. Like, let me, or she knows what she's doing. Let me, ask her for advice. So people might feel like they can come to you when it comes to their decisions that they have to make. But you're gonna be in this such a place that you're going to be so grounded. Okay, and I feel like you're gonna be grounded in peace. Okay, you're gonna be grounded in peace. For my fire signs, again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then the way I love this reading and the pairings that came up, because here it says, my wealth lies in my nature and potential, right? So with this Three of Pentacles, because it's paired with the Three of Pentacles, it's like your Three of Pentacles is, like I said, you displaying your gifts and showing off your gifts. And so, now it's like, since you've done that, the universe is trying to give you an opportunity to show more of your gifts. And I mentioned that earlier, but with the card, it says, I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. So what does that mean? That means that, like I said, Three of Pentacles is your gift. Ace of Pentacles in the present moment is your gift as well. And this gift that you have is going to help people. It's going to make people feel better. It's going to bring people closer to the light. Okay, so this is the energy for this Gemini solar eclipse. Is about you, showing your gift and using it to welcome more opportunities and also help others in the process. And then with the King of Swords, we pulled the action card, okay? And it says, I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. So that's what happens with the King of Swords energy. When you control your thoughts, or you're aware of your thoughts, you can practice to start creating thoughts that are more of a higher vibration or frequency. And these thoughts, create more momentum and these positive forces that ultimately take you to this peace of mind, okay? So, like I said, your thoughts are going to either take you closer to peace of mind or further away from peace of mind. But for my fire signs, I feel like you guys are getting closer to this peace of mind during this Gemini solar eclipse. So, yeah, beautiful spread. Again, I'll just say it, my fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you guys are welcoming in new abundance, new opportunities pertaining to your gifts, okay? And, you've done the work to show your gift. People know what you're gifted at. And so now is your chance to really let that shine in this present moment during this Gemini solar eclipse, and really just run with your gift, okay? And in the future, you'll have this peace of mind. And also on the way to that peace of mind, you will have more clarity. In the future, you'll have more direction, focus. And so, yeah, that is the message that I have for my fire signs. So, again, another clear reading, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if a reading really, it's really based on the cards, these readings today have just been super, spot on. Or not spot on, but just, clear as day, you know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and, move on to the next element, which is water. So that is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And then that will wrap up the live stream. So I'm going to go ahead and smudge and shuffle, and then I will come back to do water signs, and then we will wrap it up. So I will be right back. All right. Welcome back, you guys. We are about to do the Gemini Solar Eclipse reading for my water signs. That is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So I already went ahead and shuffled and smudged the cards. So now I'm just going to pull. And for this Gemini Solar Eclipse, for my water signs, the energy is realization. All right. Realization. Okay. So, yeah, waxing crescent, realization. All right. We'll read into what that means here pretty soon. So, like I said, shuffled and smudged already. So I'm going to go ahead and pull for the past, present, and future. Here we go. Past, present. Wow. Okay. So in the past we have the Three of Pentacles. In the present we have the Ace of Pentacles, and for the for the future we have the Ace of Swords. So, if you were watching my fire reading for my fire signs, the same positions, the Three of Pentacles in the past and the Ace of Pentacles in the present moment, and then the Ace of Swords in the future. And I guess it doesn't happen to me often where, different elements have the same cards, but I do know that it happens. And I mean, what are the coincidence that literally past is the same, past and future, past and present is the same for, both fire and water. But, yeah, so those are the cards, okay, the positions. So I'm like, I'm basically about to have to say a lot of what I said previously, which is totally fine. Because we do have a different future card, which is the Ace of Swords. Now it's crazy because the water, fire signs had the King of Swords, and now my water signs, you guys have the Ace of Swords. So what it looks like so far is that my water signs, in the past with the Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles is about you sharing your gifts, and sharing your talents with people, with the world, basically. Pentacles is work, finances, stuff to do with business as well. So the Three of Pentacles is you, like I said, people witnessing your gifts, complimenting you on your gifts and being like, wow, you're really talented, and with the Ace of Pentacles in the present moment, Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. Okay, it's with it being Pentacles, there's new opportunities that are coming in right now for my water signs. Again, that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. There could definitely be some new opportunities, I feel like, surrounding your gift with this Gemini Solar Eclipse that we have. So in this present moment, be on the lookout for new opportunities, and specifically pertaining to your gifts and your talents. Okay, now with the future card being the Ace of Swords, again we have another ace. So with it being sword energy, I feel like there's a new perspective coming in for you with this Gemini Solar Eclipse. There's also like it could be a new way of doing things. It can be a new mindset. I feel like it might be like a new mindset coming in for my water signs. Okay, now I'm just gonna clarify this sword. Let's Okay, flash of insight, an opportunity to know the truth, mental clarity, thinking outside the box. Okay. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, so like I said, with the Ace of Swords, it's a new way looking at things. It could be a brilliant idea as well. It can be a flash of insight that you might get that gives you that clarity, okay? New clarity coming in. That's what the energy is with the Ace of Swords. So, like I said so far, with the Three of Pentacles, in the past position, people have witnessed your gift and your talent, and they're taking notice, and you're sharing that gift and that talent with the world, okay? And because you're doing that, in this present moment, more opportunities surrounding your gift is coming in, okay? For my water signs, there's opportunity, there's abundance that's making its way to you because it's the ace, and the ace is the beginning, and something coming in that wasn't there prior, okay? And then in the future, because all this abundance and opportunities is coming in your present moment, you're going to continue to get new ideas with the Ace of Swords. You can get new ideas, you can get sudden downloads, flashes of like insight that's really helpful. You're going to receive this clarity that you've been also looking for, and you're able to really step into that truth as well with the Ace of Swords, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull the Healing Energy Oracle and just pair them up and see what other insight we can get. So, I am light. Affirmation. Open to the universe. Wow. Okay. So, again, right? Here it is again. And it's so interesting, right? Because the fire and water have the same positions for past and present, but the future is a total different card. So I find that so like intriguing. But anyways, for the Three of Pentacles, we pulled I Am Light. Okay. For the Ace of Pentacles, we pulled Affirmation. All right. And then for the Ace of Swords, we pulled Open to the Universe. And actually, yeah, okay. So for the Three of Pentacles, we pulled I Am Light, and I'll read what it says. It says, I always have hope, no matter the ordeal. I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. Okay. So, love that for the Three of Pentacles. Your gift, I feel like your gift is the light. It draws people closer to the light. That's what I'm feeling for my water signs, okay? For the Ace of Pentacles, we pulled Affirmation, and it says, I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and am respected by others. So I feel like with this affirmation and the Ace of Pentacles, it's a perfect pairing because, as these new opportunities come into your life and in this abundance, my water signs, you're going to have to decide, is it right for you? What fits your needs? You know what I'm saying? And and it's like, you have to listen, like the card says. It says, I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs, period. With these new opportunities coming in. Because again, all opportunities are not good opportunities. And just because an opportunity might be connected to a big bag doesn't mean that it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't think money is worth the drama, the peace of mind, like, you know what I'm saying? You could have that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, that's me personally, but you know, Ace of Pentacles with the affirmation card, like I said, you assert yourself and you retain your power. You can be brave and gentle. You don't have to be afraid of others. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be afraid to ask for what you want when these new opportunities come into play, you know, and prioritize yourself. So that's that card. Now moving on to the Ace of Swords, we have open to the universe, okay? And it says, I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. I love this card. I'll read it again. It says, I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. And I love this pairing because, again, with the Ace of Swords, you know, again, it being an ace, it's because that opening, right? You're open. That of Swords is able to come through. You know what I'm saying? Like that new idea, the clarity, all of that is able to come through because you're being open to the universe. Okay, you know, especially right with the Three of Pentacles, and then you move on to the Ace of Pentacles, and then you move on to the Ace of Swords. My water signs, you know that your gift is opening things up for you. You know that your gift is, you know, being divinely nurtured and guided. And, you know, because you've experienced others when it relates to your gift, and you know, people compliment you like, oh, that's so dope, or like, good job. Like people really fuck with what you do, water signs. And so because they do, opportunities are going to continue to come in for you. And, you know, slowly, not even maybe slowly, but surely, you're really starting to notice like, yo, I bring a lot to the table. You know, like you're valuing yourself, you know your worth. And so with the Ace of Swords, you're starting to get all this new flood of clarity and insight and also ideas when it comes to you and your gift and how you can give that to more people, to spread the light. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and read what it says for realization. Let's see how this ties in. Okay. It says, with self-awareness comes realization. Knowledge is power. Self-examination of your role within a situation is important. It says, as we move into the early waxing cycle, light begins to shine upon the shadows, illuminating what is. This is the beginning of a powerful process, realization. When we decide to really examine our lives without fear or favor, it can be hard. This is no doubt an act of courage. We might not like what we discover after all, yet without self-awareness and the will to act upon those realizations, whether we perceive them as negative or positive, we do not get to change and grow. The realization that we have, a pattern, a bad habit, or a behavior that is causing us pain is a powerful position, even though we may feel worry and pain around this discovery. We can then take personal responsibility to change our situation since we know our current position. Knowing ourselves more completely enables us to accept ourselves more readily and to dare to love exactly who we really are. So I love that, because again, for my water signs, you're coming to the realization that, you know, your gift, not only do you have a gift, and not only do people deserve to experience and engage with your gift, but you're realizing just the magnitude of your gifts, okay? And, you know, maybe you had some doubt concerning your gifts before in the, in the past you've had some doubts, or, there wasn't a lot of clarity on what you should do with your gift. But, with this Gemini solar eclipse, my water signs, like I said, in the recent past, you have the Three of Pentacles. And so this means that, you're starting to share your gifts with people and practice your gifts, okay, your talent. And with the Ace of Pentacles in the present moment, there's more opportunities coming in for you. There's more abundance coming in for you with the Ace of Pentacles. And in the future, this leads to the Ace of Swords, which, because of all the prior energy and the different placements, you're going to continue to get new ideas, and you're going to get the clarity that I feel like you've been looking for, okay? And this is all part of, I feel like it's almost like awakening your, awakening your full potential, or we could say this journey is about you really stepping into your power and who you were designed to be. Because again, just with the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles alone, that shows a clear sign that your gifts are not only necessary, they're desired, they need to be shared with the world, okay? And then when we have the Ace of Swords in the future, that just means more is coming your way and more clarity is coming. And I love that for my water signs. And this is all a realization for you. So soak it up, water signs. So yeah, like I said before, with my fire signs, like the reading was just so clear, you know what I'm saying? So there's not really much to get because it's just so clear, or that I have to like pull from. Sometimes the messages, we have to like go through gentle with it, but like sometimes it just pops out and like that's the message, okay? So I'll go over it one more time. So for this Gemini solar eclipse, for my water signs, the first card we pulled was realization, okay? So that was the overall energy of this reading. In the past position, we pulled the Three of Pentacles, which is my water signs sharing their gift with the world and people. And, people are engaging with your gift. They're starting to notice that you're talented and that you really do have a gift. And, you enjoy sharing that as well. And then in the present moment, my water signs have opportunities and abundance coming in that wasn't previously there, maybe in the present moment. So new ways of making money, and this ties back into your gift. You know what I'm saying? Like when you use your gift, you are rewarded for it. The universe rewards you for it. And so most people's challenge is finding out what their gift or talent is. But like I said, for my water signs, you guys know what your gift is because you've been practicing it, in the recent past, okay? So you're going to continue to get more abundance and more opportunities with this Gemini solar eclipse. And then we move on to the Ace of Swords in the future. And my water signs, this is more clarity coming in. This is more ideas coming in. And so it all ties back to, again, this gift, this gift that you have, the talents that you have, realizing that, you have everything you need to be successful and for your gifts to be successful. And again, that's the realization theme with this reading, is realizing that, your gifts are worthy, your talents are worthy, your gifts have value, and your gifts, when you tap into your divine gifts, like they literally attract more abundance and more opportunities, okay? With the I Am Light card that we pulled for the Three of Pentacles, I feel like this is, your gifts is pulling people into the light more, okay? There's so many ways that we get pulled and get closer, and we're able to see the light. And I feel like, my water signs, your gifts are going to do that for people, okay? Whatever you produce, people will feel more connected to spirit. They'll feel more connected to themselves. And it'll be a really like spiritual and just like like almost like a self-love like feeling. Like it's a really good vibration that your gifts are putting out, okay? And then with the affirmation with the Ace of Pentacles, it's basically like it says, I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. So when opportunities come in, you're listening to yourself, and you're going to demand what you feel like you deserve, and you're not going to put your needs below someone else's, basically. You're gonna ask for what you want, and it says also, you retain your power, you are brave and gentle, and you don't have to be afraid of others. So you're not afraid. Water signs, you aren't afraid to stand up and ask for what you want, okay? When it comes to these new opportunities, maybe there's not enough money in the opportunity or whatever, or maybe the amount of energy required for the opportunity, you might not be comfortable with, and you're able to speak on that. So yeah, that's really dope for my water signs. And then, look, I'm thirsty, y'all. With the Ace of Swords, we have open to the universe. And like I said before, it's the perfect pairing because, when you're open to the universe will show you a lot, okay? And new ideas, clarity will come in. Like, you'll be so clear. You'll know your purpose. You'll know your almost your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a journey, but you'll just have more insight into what's to come, okay, with the Ace of Swords. And that's because you're open to the universe. It literally says, I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. So here it is, right, with the Three of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles, clearly you are realizing how much power and how much abundance is attached to your gifts and your talent. And so now you're like, okay, I can do this. I have potential. The sky is the limit. And that's a lie, right? Like, the sky is not the limit, okay? But you get what I'm saying, though. The Ace of Swords, there's going to be new things, new insight coming into your future, water signs. And like I said, this is all the theme of the realization that your gifts and your talents and something that you have is what the world needs, okay? You're going to be bringing people closer to the light with your gifts, and that's really dope. So yeah, that is all I have for my water signs. So that wraps it up, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and start my process and get this up and going. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this Gemini solar eclipse. It's a powerful solar eclipse. I know you guys can feel it. We are really moving into another phase of this pandemic. So I do want to send my sincere wishes and, loving energy to people out there who may be struggling, during this time. I encourage us all to have a bit more empathy and sympathy for people. There's so much craziness and dark forces out here right now. And, they're really kind of going to only get worse. But that's why it's also important that, we try to be the light ourselves, so that we can, ultimately combat those dark forces. So yeah, hope everyone has a beautiful rest of their day, and I hope you guys enjoy your Gemini solar eclipse.